Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're diving into Lockheed Martin, a company,
The company everyone's heard of.
a company that needs no introduction,
Right.
but whose inner workings might surprise you.
Yeah, I think so.
So you've provided us with some sources,
I have.
Wikipedia, financial forecasts, and even some in-depth analyses.
Yeah, some really good stuff.
Our mission to equip you with the knowledge to answer the question, is Lockheed Martin a good fit for your portfolio?
Let's find out.
All right.
So Lockheed Martin's journey to
Yeah.
becoming this defense giant
Yeah,
is fascinating.
it is.
It was formed in 1995 through a merger
Oh, wow.
of Lockheed Corporation and Martin Marietta,
Okay.
two powerhouses that came together to create the world's largest
Wow.
defense contractor by revenue.
It's incredible to think that a company born in 1995 has already achieved
Right.
such dominance.
Right. Yeah.
They're headquartered in North Bethesda, Maryland,
That's right.
employ over 115,000 people worldwide,
Wow.
and boast a market cap of approximately $139.7 billion.
As of right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and a significant portion of those employees
Yes.
are engineers and scientists,
Absolutely.
really highlighting
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin's commitment to research and development.
They put a lot into that.
Yeah, it's worth noting that they receive almost 10% of the Pentagon's budget,
Wow.
with 78% of their 2013 revenue
Uh-huh.
coming from military sales.
So 2013 was a big year for them.
Okay, so their influence
Yeah.
extends beyond the Department of Defense,
Yes.
with projects of the Department of Energy and NASA as well.
Absolutely. Working with all branches of government.
To truly understand their scope, let's break down their four business segments:
Okay.
aeronautics, missiles and fire control, rotary and mission systems, and space.
Yeah.
This diverse portfolio allows them to work on an incredible range of projects.
Absolutely.
So their aeronautics segment, which includes the legendary Skunk Works,
Oh, yeah.
is behind the F-35 Lightning II fighter jet program,
It's right.
the largest fighter aircraft procurement since the F-16.
Massive.
They're also involved in space with the USAF Space Fence,
Right.
a sophisticated radar system designed to track objects in space,
Keeping an eye on things.
and the Orion Command Module, which is set to take us back to the moon.
Backs to the moon.
It's remarkable how they've managed to maintain their leading position
I think so.
while venturing into such cutting-edge technologies.
Yeah. Always pushing the envelope.
Their work on the Orion Command Module for NASA is particularly interesting,
Yes.
considering their past involvement in space exploration wasn't always flawless.
Yeah. Everyone makes mistakes.
Right.
The Mars Climate Orbiter incident,
Right.
where Lockheed Martin provided NASA with software using incorrect units of measurement,
Right.
serves as a reminder
Yeah.
that even giants can stumble.
Absolutely. It's important to analyze how they've learned from such setbacks
Yeah.
and improve their processes.
Well, they've been around a long time, so they must have.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now let's move on to what's likely top of mind for you, financial performance.
Okay, numbers.
How has Lockheed Martin performed, and what are the analysts saying about their future prospects?
Well, Lockheed Martin has reported steady revenue growth
Okay.
over the past 2 decades.
Really?
In fiscal year 2020,
Wow.
they reported earnings of $6.8 billion on an annual revenue of $65 billion,
Wow.
a 9.3% increase from the previous year.
The steady growth,
Yeah.
along with their massive backlog of orders, has led analysts to give the stock a moderate buy rating.
Moderate buy.
A moderate buy suggests cautious optimism.
It does.
Is this a reflection of concerns about their heavy reliance
It could be.
on government contracts, perhaps?
Potentially.
Yeah.
The average 12-month price target is $571.47,
Okay.
suggesting a potential upside of 16.55%.
Mm.
But factors like future defense spending, global conflicts,
Right.
and competition are also being weighed.
Yeah.
While Lockheed Martin holds a dominant position, their reliance on government decisions
Yeah.
does introduce an element of uncertainty.
This raises an important question for potential investors.
Okay.
What are the pros and cons of owning Lockheed Martin stock?
Right.
Understanding both sides of the coin
Uh-huh.
is crucial for making an informed decision.
Let's start with the advantages.
Okay.
Their dominant position in the defense industry
Yeah.
gives them a significant competitive advantage
Right.
and ensures a steady stream of revenue,
Yeah.
as evidenced by their extensive backlog of orders,
Yeah.
their history of innovation and technological advancements,
Uh,
coupled with strong financial performance,
yeah.
further strengthens their appeal.
Those are some compelling points.
I think so.
But what about the potential downsides?
Yeah.
What factors might give investors pause?
Well, their heavy reliance on government contracts
Right.
makes them susceptible to political changes.
Okay.
A new administration with different priorities
Uh-huh.
could significantly impact their business.
It could, yeah.
The ethical considerations
Yeah.
surrounding the nature of their products
Right.
and the defense industry in general
Uh-huh.
are also factors some investors
Right.
might find concerning.
And then there's the scrutiny over past cost overruns and project delays,
Yeah.
which, as we discussed earlier, have at times impacted their reputation.
It has, yeah.
But despite these concerns, they continue to invest heavily in research and development,
They do.
ensuring they remain at the forefront of their industry.
At the cutting edge.
What are some of the key areas
Sure.
they are focusing on?
Lockheed Martin is focusing on a number of key areas
Yeah.
that will shape the future of warfare and space exploration.
Wow. Okay.
They're pouring resources into developing hypersonic weapons,
Okay.
missiles that travel at incredible speeds,
Uh-huh.
making them incredibly difficult to intercept.
Wow.
Artificial intelligence and autonomous systems
Oh, wow.
are another major focus.
So they're investing in a future where warfare is potentially more automated.
Potentially, yeah.
It's fascinating how Lockheed Martin is actively shaping that future.
Yeah, it really is.
But with all this innovation, is their stock fairly valued? What are the different perspectives on this?
Analyzing Lockheed Martin's valuation is a complex task.
Yeah.
Their share price has experienced significant growth in recent years,
Okay.
and analyst ratings generally lean toward a moderate buy.
Wow.
However,
Oh.
Zacks, another financial analysis firm,
Right.
gives the stock an A grade for value, growth, and VGM scores,
Wow.
but an F for momentum.
An F for momentum is certainly an interesting point.
It is.
What could be contributing to this discrepancy?
It could suggest some investors are hesitant about
Right.
Lockheed Martin's future prospects,
Okay.
or it could simply be a reflection of profit-taking after a period of strong growth.
Right.
It highlights the importance of conducting thorough research
Yeah.
and understanding the various factors that influence a stock's valuation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it really highlights that there's no simple answer.
When it comes to stock valuation,
Yeah.
it's a puzzle with many pieces,
It is.
and each investor needs to assess whether those potential rewards outweigh the risks.
And speaking of taking risks, Lockheed Martin hasn't shied away from acquisitions
No, they haven't.
to bolster their market position and expand into new areas.
Right.
Tell us about some of the recent moves.
Well, their acquisition of Sikorsky Aircraft in 2015 was a significant move.
Okay.
Bringing this iconic helicopter manufacturer under their umbrella
Yeah.
really strengthened their position in the rotorcraft market,
Right.
giving them access to a wider range of products and technologies.
So they've effectively added another powerhouse to their arsenal.
They have.
Have there been other notable acquisitions?
Well, they attempted to acquire Aerojet Rocketdyne,
Okay.
a major rocket engine manufacturer, back in 2020.
Uh-huh.
However, the deal faced regulatory scrutiny
Right.
and ultimately fell through due to antitrust concerns.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Government intervention can be a significant hurdle.
In these types of mergers, especially when dealing with a company
Uh-huh.
as deeply ingrained in the defense sector as Lockheed Martin.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But they're not letting that setback deter them.
Right.
They're currently considering the acquisition of Terran Orbital,
Okay.
a spacecraft maker, which would further enhance their capabilities in the growing space market.
It seems they're strategically choosing acquisitions
Yeah.
that complement their existing strengths and open up new avenues for growth.
I think that's a fair assessment.
But let's shift our focus to the broader impact
Okay.
of a company like Lockheed Martin.
Yeah,
Their influence extends far beyond Wall Street,
it does.
reaching into communities and the economy as a whole.
Absolutely.
So Lockheed Martin is a major employer with facilities across the United States.
Right, providing thousands of jobs, not just in manufacturing, but also in engineering,
Right.
research, and development.
Wow.
This makes them a significant contributor to the U.S. economy,
Right.
supporting local communities and a vast network of suppliers and subcontractors.
Their impact is undeniable.
It is.
But of course, there's the other side of the coin,
Uh-huh.
the fact that their business thrives
Right.
on defense spending, which often escalates during times of global conflict.
That's true.
This inevitably raises ethical questions.
It does.
For some investors.
It's a complex issue with no easy answers.
Yeah.
While Lockheed Martin plays a vital role in national security
Right.
and provides equipment that protects soldiers,
Ah.
their products are ultimately designed for warfare.
Yeah.
This inherent tension is something every potential investor needs to grapple with.
Absolutely. And it's not just a theoretical debate.
No.
There have been protests at Lockheed Martin facilities
Right.
due to their sales to countries involved in conflicts.
Yeah, I've heard about those.
These protests highlight the deep ethical concerns
They do.
surrounding the defense industry.
For sure.
So these protests underscore the need
Mm.
for careful consideration. Right.
Investing in Lockheed Martin isn't just about analyzing financial statements.
No, it's not.
It's about weighing the ethical implications
Absolutely.
of their business model.
Yeah.
And aligning your investment decisions with your personal values.
Your own personal values.
Now, let's talk about how Lockheed Martin rewards its shareholders.
Okay.
Their dividend policy and share buyback program are key aspects potential investors will want to consider.
For sure.
So Lockheed Martin has a long history of paying dividends
They do.
and buying back shares. Their current dividend yield is around 2.7%,
Okay.
which is backed by a consistent track record of dividend growth.
Yeah.
This makes them appealing to income-oriented investors
Right.
seeking a steady stream of passive income,
Absolutely.
and their share buyback program allows them to repurchase their own stock,
Right.
potentially boosting earnings per share and increasing the value of remaining shares.
That's the idea.
This can be an attractive feature for investors seeking long-term capital appreciation.
For sure. So it's important to consider these factors
Yeah.
alongside their financial performance, growth prospects,
Mm-hmm.
and, of course, the ethical considerations we discussed earlier.
Right. It's all part of the picture.
A well-rounded assessment requires examining all sides of the equation.
Absolutely.
Speaking of considering all sides,
Okay.
let's dive into the realm of ESG factors.
All right.
Environmental, social, and governance,
ESG.
which are becoming increasingly important
Yeah,
for investors who want to align their portfolios with their values.
absolutely.
Lockheed Martin has faced criticism for its environmental impact,
Right.
particularly regarding greenhouse gas emissions.
Mm-hmm.
Their involvement in weapons production also raises concerns.
It does.
For those who prioritize social responsibility,
Of course.
these are crucial points for ethically conscious investors to consider.
Very important.
So how is Lockheed Martin addressing these concerns?
Well,
Are they taking steps to improve their ESG performance?
they've made efforts to enhance their ESG standing. They're investing in renewable energy,
Okay.
implementing sustainability initiatives,
Right.
and taking steps to reduce their environmental footprint.
Yeah.
However, it's up to each individual investor to decide whether these efforts are sufficient
Right.
or if the ethical considerations
Yeah.
outweigh the potential financial gains.
Transparency and accountability are key.
They are.
Investors need access to reliable information
Yes.
to evaluate a company's commitment to sustainability and responsible practices.
Absolutely. ESG analysis requires delving into company reports, tracking their progress on key metrics,
Yeah.
and comparing their performance to industry peers.
Right.
It's about going beyond the financial figure
Yeah.
to assess the broader impact of an investment.
Right. It's clear that evaluating a company like Lockheed Martin requires a really holistic approach.
It does.
You have to consider their financial performance,
Mhm.
their innovation pipeline, and their commitment to ESG principles,
Yeah.
all within the context of your own investment goals and values.
It's all about finding what's right for you as an individual investor.
Absolutely. We've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive.
We have.
But before we wrap up,
Okay.
let's distill some key takeaways
All right.
for our listeners who are considering adding Lockheed Martin to their portfolios.
So first and foremost,
Yeah.
Lockheed Martin is a leader in the defense industry
Right?
with a strong track record,
Uh-huh.
a robust order backlog, and a commitment to innovation
Yeah.
that keeps them at the cutting edge.
At the forefront. Yeah.
Their dominance in this market
Right.
suggests a degree of stability and growth potential
Yeah.
that can be appealing to investors.
It can.
However,
Yeah.
their reliance on government contracts makes them susceptible
Right.
to political shifts and changes in defense spending.
For sure.
This inherent uncertainty is a factor investors must carefully consider.
Absolutely. And we can't overlook the ethical considerations
No, we can't.
surrounding their involvement in weapons production.
Yeah.
This is a complex issue
It is.
that each investor must grapple with,
Yeah.
weighing the company's role in national security
Mhm.
against the moral implications of their products.
It's a tough one.
It is their commitment to ESG principles is also a key factor.
Absolutely.
While they've taken steps to improve their environmental footprint and social responsibility,
Yeah.
it's up to each investor to assess whether these efforts align with their own values.
That's right.
Lockheed Martin's dividend policy and share buyback program are also worth noting,
They are.
especially for income-oriented investors seeking steady returns and potential capital appreciation.
Right.
So is Lockheed Martin a good fit for your portfolio?
That is the question.
Ultimately, the answer depends on your individual investment goals,
Yeah.
risk tolerance, and ethical considerations. We've provided you with the information and insights to make an informed decision.
We hope so.
I think we have.
The beauty of the deep dive is we equip you with the knowledge to make your own judgments.
Right.
We encourage you to continue exploring, researching, and asking questions.
What aspects of Lockheed Martin intrigued you the most?
Yeah, tell us.
What additional research do you plan to do?
We'd love to know.
Let us know in the comment section.
Yes.
On our YouTube channel.
Our YouTube channel.
We'd love to continue the conversation.
We would.
And before we sign off,
Okay.
we'd like to leave you with one final thought.
All right.
As Lockheed Martin invests heavily in AI and autonomous systems, they're shaping a future
They are.
where warfare could become increasingly automated.
It's a possibility.
This raises profound ethical and societal questions
It does.
that we all need to consider as technology continues to evolve
It's evolving quickly.
at an unprecedented pace.
Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel
Yes,
for more deep dives into the companies and industries shaping our world.
absolutely.
Until next time, keep learning, keep questioning, and keep diving deep.
See you next time.